So, what if I told you that the secret to becoming a millionaire wasn't buried in some complex spreadsheet, but was actually being shared in the conversations at a small-town barbershop? Well, today we're unpacking the simple, just incredibly powerful wisdom from David Chilton's classic, The Wealthy Barber.
You know, fun and finance, those are two words you don't usually hear in the same sentence, right? But this book's entire point is that they absolutely should. It basically throws out all the intimidating charts and the jargon, and instead, it just tells a story about a series of conversations in a barbershop that will totally change how you think about money.
All right, so every great story needs a hero. And ours starts with a guy who's feeling, well, anything but heroic. He's about to have his world completely turned upside down. And not just by a new baby, but by his own financial ignorance.
So meet Dave. He's a teacher, he's happily married, and he's expecting his first child. He's really just like most of us. But then one day, he reads his financial planning article, and bam! That comfortable life suddenly feels like it's built on really shaky ground. He's overwhelmed, he's anxious, and he has this sinking realization that he knows absolutely nothing about money.
These are the kinds of questions that sent Dave into a total tailspin. I mean, he couldn't answer a single one of them, and suddenly he's got these visions of him and his family living as bag people. This isn't about being a multimillionaire anymore. It's about wanting a comfortable life without having to sacrifice everything today. Does any of that sound familiar?
So in his panic, Dave does what a lot of us would do. He turns to his father for advice. But his dad doesn't point him to some high-powered advisor in a suit. Nope, he sends him somewhere much, much more surprising. To the man who's been cutting his hair since he was 5 years old.
And this right here is where the magic of the book really begins. Roy Miller isn't some Wall Street guru. He's a friendly, witty barber. But he also owns a beautiful house on the lake, a huge investment portfolio, and an office building, all while making a barber's salary. The lesson is crystal clear. Financial success isn't about having a high income, it's about having a simple system.
This quote, it just captures Roy's entire philosophy perfectly. It's a message of empowerment. He's not bragging, he's making a crucial point. Financial freedom isn't just reserved for the elite. It's accessible to literally anyone who's willing to learn a few common sense rules. So Dave, along with his sister and a friend, they start visiting Roy's shop for these monthly financial lessons. And in their very first real session, Roy reveals the one secret, the single catalyst for his entire fortune. He calls it the golden secret. Roy asks them to imagine starting with just a tiny amount, only $30 a month. That's $1 a day. I mean, it sounds almost trivial, right? Something anyone could manage without even really noticing. Then, he adds the most crucial ingredient of all, time. What if you took that small, manageable amount and just started saving it early, say at age 18, and you kept doing it all the way to retirement at age 65? And this just brilliantly illustrates the eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. That $1 a day, earning a 15% annual return, it magically turns into around $2 million. Now, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-slowly but surely plan. The secret isn't magic, folks. It's just math and consistency.
Okay, so how do you actually save that 10% without it feeling like a massive sacrifice? Well, the secret is automation. This is the whole pay-yourself-first principle. You set up an automatic transfer from your paycheck straight to your investment account. You never even see the money, so you learn to live comfortably on the other 90%. It's almost painless.
And Roy's advice for investing that 10%? It's just as simple. Forget trying to be a stock market genius. He recommends using mutual funds. They give you professional management, they give you diversification, plus by investing a fixed amount every month, you automatically use something called dollar cost averaging, which is just a fancy way of saying you buy more when prices are low and less when they're high, all without even thinking about it. So the 10% solution is the engine of your wealth creation, but it's not the whole car, you know? Next, Roy lays out the rest of the financial plan. These are the essential pillars you need for true security. And look how straightforward this is. It's not some 50-point checklist. It's just 4 powerful steps. First, get a will, so you decide where your money goes. Second, buy the right kind of insurance to protect your family, not to make someone else rich. Third, a retirement plan to secure your future. And finally, a laser-focused plan to get out of debt. That's it. That's the foundation.
Now, Roy spends a lot of time on insurance, and for good reason. It's where most people get tripped up. He argues so passionately for term insurance. It's pure, cheap protection.
You buy what you need to protect your dependents, and then, and this part is key, you invest the difference in cost yourself. These cash value policies are complex, they're expensive, and they offer poor returns. The mantra is simple: buy term and invest the difference.
So by the end of his lessons, Dave is no longer the financial illiterate. He is confident, he is in control, and the ultimate lesson from the Wealthy Barber isn't just about money, it's really about a philosophy of life.
This is one of my absolute favorite takeaways from the book. Think about it for a second. To get $1 of spending money in your pocket, you might have to earn $2 before all the taxes and deductions. But if you save $1 just by being a little thrifty or shopping smart, that entire dollar goes straight to your bottom line. It totally reframes saving, not as a sacrifice, but as one of the most efficient ways to grow your wealth.
And this is the ultimate takeaway. Chilton's philosophy sets you free. Forget the complicated budget where you're tracking every single cup of coffee. Automate your savings, set up your retirement plan, pick the simple insurance, and then you get to relax and enjoy the rest of your money knowing that your future is secure.
And that's the powerful question the Wealthy Barber leaves us with. By focusing on just a few simple, unbreakable rules and letting time and consistency do all the heavy lifting, the path to wealth becomes surprisingly clear. It suggests that maybe the biggest obstacle isn't a lack of knowledge, but just a lack of action. And that, perhaps, is the most valuable lesson of all.